The Russian military has built unusual turtle tanks to shield their vulnerable tanks from the dangers of exploding drones. A new version shown in a video this week featured a fold-out metal bed. This highly unconventional add-on highlights how the war is forcing adaptations to the ever-present threat of drones on the battlefield, as well as the deadly impact of exploding drone strikes on tanks and military vehicles. A video that appears to be from a Russian state media outlet began circulating on social media on Thursday. It shows a rather large metal structure built on top of a T-80 tank. The sides are covered except for the front, where the tank's main gun extends out through chains. The armored shell with the gun sticking out, which resembles a turtle with its head poking out, earned these vehicles the nickname turtle tanks, though the Russians call them Tsar Mangal, referencing the anti-drone armor and past Russian weaponry. In the video, Russian soldiers talk about this adaptation and how the metal shell protects them from drones. At one point, one of the troops shows a retractable metal bed built into the side of the wall, noting that soldiers can rest between combat. Footage featuring the same tank design appeared in a Russian Ministry of Defense video on Telegram earlier this week, and that video has since been shared on YouTube. It indicated action somewhere around Donetsk. This new turtle tank design appears to be the latest innovation from the Russian side, which has been welding strange armor onto its tanks and vehicles to help protect against drone attacks. Ukraine, too, has been doing this, though not quite like this. For both sides, drones, particularly small first-person view drones, have become a persistent problem, with operators flying them through open tank hatches, causing massive explosions, or directly into a vehicle's most vulnerable areas. Cage armor began appearing on tanks and armored vehicles last year, signaling that Russia and Ukraine were working to adapt to the growing threat of drones. Photos of the first attempts at cage armor showed fairly crude designs, such as simple netting around the sides and tops of the tanks. The armor has since become much more complex, as demonstrated by Russia's new turtle tank. However, the turtle tank remains one of the more unusual designs seen in the war. Although it may be an effective solution to the drone problem, at least some of the time, it also takes away one of the advantages of Russian tanks, making them easier to spot and shoot on the battlefield. Whether this is actually intended for use on the battlefield is questionable, and if it is, just how long it would actually survive. The threat from FPV drones is so significant that many armies are now fitting anti-drone measures to their armored vehicles, though none have done so with as much enthusiasm as the Russian defense industry. Nearly every new tank and armored vehicle on display at this month's Moscow Army 2024 International Military Technical Forum was covered in anti-drone armored cages, boxes, and nets, as well as portable counter-drone jamming systems to protect them from kamikaze drones and loitering munitions.